Hey guys, welcome to week one of my video diaries while I'm in London. This week has been pretty interesting. It's mostly orientation this week, and we've been going around London trying to find our way around, which has been quite an adventure. Because if you do not take the right tube, you will not go back to Russell Square, which is where we live. You will end up in the west side of London, and that's not fun because I get lost very easily. um, so the purpose of the video diaries is just to update you guys on what went on this last week, and my top 5 things for the week, which will be cool. As you guys can see, I've got my mattress in the background because my roommate that I was supposed to have while I was here actually went home a couple of days ago um, because of a family emergency. So she won't be returning. So I'm actually using the mattress to sleep on the floor because the ladders, which you can see right there, hurt really, really bad. And I just hit my laptop. um, anyway, where we live is pretty much student central in London because we live on the University of London campus, which is really cool because the whole building is full of people from different countries that may have lived here for a while longer, and then they're just staying here while they're going to uni, which is college. So, um, but they're all really nice. I got to meet a couple of them earlier this week and just hang out in the commons room. Um, Sorry if I'm sniffling. We walked outside in the rain yesterday trying to go to the Globe, and I'm pretty sure I'm starting to catch a cold. Um, so, yeah. Without further ado, here is my top 5 for the week. Let's start off with number 5, which is actually getting to London. Our flight coming out of Chicago actually got delayed about an hour and a half for some reason, but we finally got on the plane and we're finally heading out. This is actually Canada at night, which is really cool to see all the lights. I kept taking pictures of the flight plan while we were getting closer because I was ready to get off the plane. I finally got my picture of the sunrise over the horizon while we were flying. This is actually a picture of Ireland as we're flying over. You can't tell, but I can. And finally, welcome to London, which was awesome to see. Number 4 on this week's top 5 is our walking tour of London. We started out upstairs in the lobby and we ended in the heart of London, which was really cool because throughout the 2 hours we got to see a lot of the great sights. So it was actually really quite fun. We started out our walking tour in Russell Square, which is a park right down the street from where we live. It's a really nice park and is literally the center of Bloomsbury. This is our tour guide. He was really nice and helped us out throughout the tour. This is our entire group made of about 24 students. This is one of the buildings on the University of London campus. That's actually where T.S. Eliot worked while he was in London. And of course, the famous double-decker buses. Another group shot, and that plaque says T.S. Eliot, which was really cool. This is a zebra crossing. You better look before you cross the road. Because otherwise you may be in a lot of trouble with the cars. This is one of the buildings on the campus, and the famous police officers in their hats. This is the British Museum with some statuettes on the front. And another one of the great buildings of London. This is down off of Oxford Street. And if you know St. Paul's Church, this is where Pygmalion took place. Another great statue on our walk. This is Trafalgar Square, which is really cool. That's the Canadian Embassy next to Trafalgar Square. And in the back you can see Big Ben, which was awesome to see. This is a monument to one of the queens that had died. And I honestly forget who that man was. But we started getting really close to Buckingham Palace around this time, which is why we kept seeing crowns and stuff on lampposts, which is really cool. This is the London Eye right behind the Royal Horse Gardens, which is also where the beach volleyball tournament took place for the Olympics. This is a memorial to police officers. That's the Admiral's quarters for the British Navy. And we ended at Buckingham Palace, which was really cool to see. Number 3 on this week's countdown was Bloomsbury Bowling. Sorry. One night this week, the entire group went to the bowling alley that's actually around the corner from where we live. It was a really nice little bowling alley. It was kind of cool to see that right after work, most people here will stay in their suits and ties and just automatically go to the bowling lane and just have some fun. It was really kind of interesting to see them. And the pizza was humongous. The one slice was about the size of your face. It was hilarious. Bowling night was a lot of fun just to get out of Woburn with the whole entire group and just have some fun and bowl a little bit. We had about 2 hours of bowling just to ourselves, which was a lot of fun. Each group had like 4 or 5 people in it, which made for some really interesting competition. It was just a lot of fun. Sorry if the pictures are blurry. I tried to get action shots of people bowling, but it didn't necessarily work because there was a lot of funny action shots and I couldn't get them. But here's one of the groups that was just hanging out, and then the other 3 groups are right there. And this one was actually a really good picture because my camera started to act all funky. But just bowling was a lot of fun. We couldn't wait for them to bring out this gigantic pizza. The picture doesn't really do it justice, and neither does Amanda's picture, even though it's really funny. That's actually the size of the pizza, which was ridiculous. But it was really good pizza, and altogether it was a really fun night. So, number 2 on this week's top 5 is mine and Amanda's day trip to Abbey Road, Baker Street, and the King's Cross station so that we could cross off the Beatles, Sherlock Holmes, and Harry Potter off of our list of sights to see while we're in London. So we start off at Abbey Road, which was really quite cool to see because of the history and seeing the famous crosswalk that's on the Beatles album. Literally going to Abbey Road Studios and the surrounding area was absolutely amazing because right outside the studio there was this wall that if you had a marker you could sign, and a lot of people had, and some people drew pictures, and some people even put down lyrics, which was really cool to see. And after walking away from that, I had a whole bunch of Beatles songs running through my head. The London Philharmonic was actually at Abbey Road Studios recording that day, which was really kind of cool. And I don't know, just getting to see all the history around there, especially with the Beatles, because Amanda and I are big Beatles fans. And it was a lot. It was really cool to see because there was a lot of different tourists there that had come to see where the famous Beatles have been, and obviously the Keep Calm and then cross Abbey Road was kind of cool. This is a Baptist church that was on our route there. And now we head to Baker Street, which is home to the famous Sherlock Holmes. I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan, so this was really cool for me. And also while we were there, we found another Beatles gift shop, which was really kind of cool because they had a lot of good stuff. I actually got some vinyl stickers to put on my suitcase. This guard turned at the exact moment I was taking the picture, which was kind of funny. And this is 221B Baker Street, which was home to Sherlock Holmes. And Amanda and I went into the gift shop of the museum because we didn't want to go through the museum at the time. So there's a lot of cool little stuff in there for you to buy. There's actually some pipes that were like 60 pounds. So that was really cool. And this actually made me miss home because I miss my dogs a lot. And this accordion dude was playing in the tube as we were trying to get back. This is King's Cross Station, which is a big thing for Harry Potter because it's got platform 9 3/4 with the trolley sticking out, which made a great end to our Wednesday getting to do the pictures. And finally, number one on this week's top five, my absolutely favorite event that happened this week was the One Direction concert, which was so much fun because they were performing at the iTunes Festival. And Amanda and I didn't have tickets, but we went anyway and actually got in on standby. So we got to go to the concert, and that was fantastic. I took so many pictures, and I screamed and I danced, and it was so much fun. I'm so glad that we did that. Amanda and I waited outside the Roundhouse for about 2 hours to try and get into the iTunes Festival to see One Direction. We finally got in, and we actually got in for free, which was really cool. I'm glad Amanda went with me to share in this experience. When One Direction finally came on, I was screaming, I was jumping, I was dancing, I was singing, and if you ask Amanda, she will tell you the exact same thing because she looked at me like I was crazy. But overall, this had to be my absolutely favorite experience that's happened this week. I could not have been happier to actually go to Camden, which is about 15 minutes from where we live, to go see the concert and to actually get in for free. Where we're standing behind the tech booth, which is about close to about 500 feet away from them. So we were kind of close, but at the same time, we were standing the whole time, which I did not mind one bit because they were doing their concert from the Up All Night tour, and this was actually the last time they'd ever be doing it because of the new album coming out, and their tour starts, I think, end of November. But they did Twitter questions and they did just a lot of silly things. They actually changed some of the lyrics in I Want, which was at the end, which was really funny. Amanda and I were singing and dancing and just having an absolute blast. There was a dad there that was FaceTiming during the concert to his daughter who had to stay home, um, but he was FaceTiming her the concert so that she could watch, which I was really impressed with. And I give major props to that dad. Overall, this was my number one favorite experience that's ever happened so far right now. And it's just the first week of being in London, so who knows what else is going to happen. But this wraps up my top five. And there you have it. That's my top five things that have happened in London this week. Um, and it's just the first week of being here, and it's already been a fantastic first week. Next week, I start my internship and classes, which will also be a lot of fun. And hopefully, I can figure out why my camera is not wanting to take a lot of pictures, so I can get that fixed. Um, so keep on the lookout because I will be posting another video diary next week, probably on Saturday. Actually, no, it won't be on Saturday. It may be on Thursday. No, I'll do it Sunday. Sorry, I'm conflicted because this next week we're going to the city of Bath and the city of Avebury, and we're actually going to Stonehenge this week. So that will be at the end of this week, and I will be back next Sunday to do another video diary. So be on the lookout for that. It will be on my YouTube channel, and it will be on Facebook for those of you who are friends with me. So subscribe to my channel if you want to keep tabs on what's going on with me and the fabulous city of London. Until next week, I bid you a fond farewell. Bye, guys.